Azaria, go ahead. I see your hand.
There was a difference because first, like in the video, it said he shot at something else, but in the book it said that he tried to shot at a Negro, but yeah.
All right. So in the book, it did say that he shot at a Negro, but in the video, it did not mention that at all. As a matter of fact, it was described as a prowler. Do me a favor, take out your cell phones or your notebooks and your pens. I want you to get a quick shot of this reading thinking steps anchor chart. Thank you, Deasia is taking a picture of it. You guys, this is going to be very helpful with your Read for Deeper Meaning assignment. As a reminder of what to do as we evaluate the performed production of a written text. And we're going to go over it in just a minute. I see a couple of you actually taking pictures. If you write this in your notebooks and send it to me, that is your extra points when needed, guys. So please always, always, always send me pictures of your notes. I like to get them. It makes me feel good and lets me know that you're working hard independently over there. So thank you. Thank you. Dontrell is showing me his reading thinking steps anchor chart. Who else has it? Let me see. Can I see pics? What's up, Shawnee? All right, very good. Perfect, Deasia. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's go ahead and go over those. If you don't have it, go ahead and take this opportunity to jot it down or snap a picture of it. I don't mind you doing either one of it. But standard 8.7, we're going to analyze and evaluate the performed production of a written text. How do we do that? And let's see if we've already done some of it. Quindell, let's look at step one. What does step one say, hon? Quindell, you there? All right, I think his screen is stuck. Deasia, can I get you to go over step one for us, please?
Summarize the plot, setting, and characters in the written text.
All right, of the written text. So we already talked about who the characters are in the written text. We know they're in Macomb County, Alabama, and we know that they are very curious about these Radley people, these Radley neighbors. So we've already done that orally. We've summarized the plot, the setting, and the characters. Let's take a look at step two. Dontra, what does step two ask us to do?
Retell the gist of the performance production.
Retell the gist of the performed production, which is pretty much in essence what Azaria was doing when she went over what took place in that scene that we watched on yesterday from chapter 6. So here's the important stuff. Let's take a good look at step 3. We want to notice where the production departs from the written text. We want to know when what they filmed became different from what Harper Lee actually wrote. So is there added or changed details of setting or characters, omitted language, characters or action, and changes in sequence or emphasis? We already noticed something that was different. What did you guys say was different between what was written and what was filmed? Somebody else who I have not heard from today, come off mute and let me know. What was different from what was written and what was filmed? Can I hear from one of my fellas? Kiwan, were you with us yesterday?
Yesterday I wasn't here.
You weren't here yesterday. Okay, there's a student pace Nearpod as well as the video clip on Canvas. All right, and make sure you read chapter 6. I want you guys to make sure you are successful with these two assignments on
Oh,
Canvas.
I read chapter 6, John.
All right, Jamonte, can you tell us something that was different between the text and the film?
Um, they didn't never say who Mr. Radley was shooting at. They just said he was shooting. But in the text it said he was shooting at he thought a Negro was in his curly pants.
Fantastic. Snap it up for Jamonte. That's exactly what I was looking for. Let's go ahead and look at step 4. Let's go ahead and look at step 4. Dr. Dixon, can I get you to read step 4 for us, please?
Analyze the choices made in a production. How do you choose affect your experience, mood, or the tone? What was the impact of these choices? Why were these changes made? Are these choices successful?
Lots of questions that we can ask ourselves, okay? How does the mood or tone change? How is it impact what we saw, how we felt? How are these changes made, and were these successful choices? Was the screenwriter successful in leaving out the N word, or the word Negro, um, in making that film? What do you guys think? What is the difference? What impact did it make? All right, let's go ahead and move over to our criteria for success as we write our ACEI paragraphs. You want to always make sure that you write your assertion. Give me a claim and make sure you have your correct answer in the claim. As you restate your question, make sure you give the correct answer to get both of those points, okay? After you have written your assertion, I am looking for really strong context. I want you to set us up for that evidence that you are going to provide. What do we need to know about this topic that makes that evidence make sense to us? Okay. When you give me your evidence, of course, you should always be the strongest evidence that you should find. I believe that standard 8.1 that we have beat over the head this year. So give me the strongest evidence that you can find. Make sure you don't plagiarize. So cite your evidence or paraphrase your evidence. And again, give me a strong interpretation of that evidence. I would like to know what you think. I would like to know why this evidence even matters at all. So, what does the text say? What does it mean? And why does it matter as you write your interpretation? All right. So, let's go ahead and do a quick check for understanding. Of course, you're always going to include details from the text that proves your assertion, details from the text that proves your assertion. So let's go ahead and open up that module 3, lesson 8 assignment. Some of you actually started this on yesterday. Some of you actually sent me text messages about it last night. And I told you that we were going to go through it together in class today. So at this time, go ahead and open up module 3, lesson 8, RFDM. When you have it open, type ready in the chat. Module 3, lesson 8, read for deeper meaning. Type ready in the chat when you have it. What am I sharing? I'm screen sharing. What is it? What was I screen sharing? Sorry. All right. Type open in the chat. Ready? Ready, ready. Shanique's ready. Kiwan's ready. Devin's ready. Jamonte's ready. Azaria is ready. Kevion, Kedrick, ready, ready, ready. Sounds good. Let's go ahead and look at this prompt. Okay. In my book, it comes from page 61. In my book, the evidence comes from page 61, but I don't have the copy that you have, and I'm going to make sure I have the copy that you have for tomorrow. In your book, it should be the bottom of page 72. But in the film, Mr. Radley shoots at a prowler, okay? In the novel, he shoots at a Negro. How does this difference in wording affect the tone of the scene? Why do you think the screenwriter made this choice? All right. So again, we talked about yesterday. Talked about that yesterday. In the film, he shoots at a prowler, but in the novel, he shoots at a Negro. How does this difference in wording affect the tone of the scene? Why do you think the screenwriter made this choice? Let's go ahead and look at our criteria for success. This is going to be a 6-point assignment. Of course, I want you to write in complete sentences. Make sure you use a proper in marks, and proper punctuation is so important, guys. Explain the difference in the wording prowler and Negro and how it affects the tone of the scene. If you do that, you're going to get 2 points. Make sure you explain the difference in the wording and how it affects the tone. The next thing you're going to do is determine why you think the screenwriter made this choice. So please explain why you think the screenwriter actually made that choice for another 2 points. And again, I want you to give me at least 4 to 5 sentences, okay? I left my book at home. All right.